Today, we're talking about this really interesting device. It's called the Goovis Art. This is a head-mounted display, but unlike the other Goovis systems, this allows you to view everything outside the goggles while you're also looking in the goggles. Let me tell you more about it. Now, for those of you who are new to head-mounted displays, basically, it's just a goggle system and it connects to any media player via a USB-C cable. So you can connect it to your drone remote, your laptop, you can connect it to a portable media player. Basically anything that shoots out a video signal via USB-C, this is compatible with it. And even if your media output is HDMI, you can use the Goovis adapter to convert it to USB-C and you can still use it with the Goovis Art. It's a plug and play system. So to start using the Goovis Art, all you have to do is connect it to your media system. Just plug in the USB-C cable and it's gonna use the power out of that media source to power up the goggles. And once it's powered on, you can use it immediately as a secondary display or as a main display. So Goovis is known for making a lot of different head-mounted displays. They make excellent quality headsets, especially for FPV, or if you just wanna escape from reality and immerse yourself into your content. These goggles or headsets that they've made are excellent, especially with their high resolution, and they also simulate 800-inch screens. So that's a huge deal for a lot of people that just want to fully immerse themselves. Now, they've made a ton of different headsets. A lot of them offer similar features, but as I mentioned earlier, what's unique about this is that you can actually look around you. You can see out of your peripheral vision what's around you. So if you're using this as a secondary monitor on your laptop, like I have been using, especially for video editing, I can look quickly down at my keyboard, then back up at my display for video editing. So I use Final Cut Pro and I shoot and edit a ton of videos for my business. And this allows me to really focus on the content. And especially if I want to see if things are in focus, this really brings me close to my video creation. And I make a lot less mistakes using this than just staring at a separate screen.
And if you fly drones and you're looking for a more immersive aerial experience, you definitely need to give this a try. It's an experience like no other, especially for FPV pilots.
Now, because these goggles have an open design and you can actually see your surroundings and there's no blackout, that means that these goggles weigh a lot less. Actually, 110 grams is all they weigh, so you barely notice any pressure or weight on your head. Especially if you're on a long flight and you don't want to deal with, all that pressure on your head, these things will be a huge game changer for you.
The Goovis Art gives you the ability to completely multitask, so your everyday things can become a lot more interesting while you're watching your favorite content.
Similar to the previous versions of Goovis head-mounted displays, we have a bunch of different controls here featuring 2D and 3D mode switching. We have the brightness control and volume control. There's actually built-in speakers on this headset, but I do recommend using your own earphones. There's actually a jack on the side so you can connect directly into the goggles. Or whatever you're using to watch your content, you can connect via Bluetooth. On the sides of the goggles, we have diopter adjustments. You can also move the viewing glass to the side, farther away or closer together, and this will help you out with fuzzy images or anything like that. You can really dial in the Goovis Art so that way everything appears sharp and clear.
You can also lock your settings in place by using this switch. And if you wear glasses, that's not a problem. You can keep them on while you're using the Goovis Art.
When it comes down to comfort, they incorporated this magnetic little headband here. It's really nice. It's kind of like a Tempur-Pedic or memory foam type feeling, like a gel. So it really fits nicely on my head. We also have an elastic strap, and people like me with a lot of hair, this still will fit over your head, which is great. Now, if you don't want to carry your laptop or iPad around, Goovis makes this D4 dongle media player system. It's an all-in-one little power bank with a media player built in, and you can access a bunch of different video streaming platforms or even just the internet itself. And if you use their device, you can get up to 6 hours of runtime since the goggles are being powered with that media device.
Goovis makes another accessory called the Goovis Hub, and this allows you to attach different game consoles like the Nintendo Switch to the Goovis Art. That way you can have a more immersive experience with your games.
Here you can see the sharpness and image quality. I tried to get the camera as focused and as close to the actual displays that are inside of the art. as best as I could because this was a tricky shot to capture, but you can see how sharp and beautiful the colors are. And if you're a reader, you can definitely use these goggles to read. You can see every single individual letter nice and sharp. So you can get very clear images out of this Goovis art, and it will prevent a lot of eye strain because of the amount of adjustments that you have here to fit basically any prescription, and this will allow you to enjoy your experience with your content a lot more. The overall aesthetic of the goggles is sleek, really nice, futuristic looking. It has this little status LED which blinks when it's not on your head, and it stays solid white when it's on your head. So there's a little proximity sensor in the middle of the goggles right here, and so when you put it close to your face, it turns on the displays. When you pull it away from your face, it turns off the display. So this is great for battery saving. So that's about it for the Goovis art. I do highly recommend it because I actually use this a lot for work and for drone flying too, for my hobbies. So if you're interested in the Goovis art, make sure you check out the link down below in the description box. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.